I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I'm my beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. He brings me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He walks me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He brings me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Yashaya is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yashaya is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yashaya is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. My beloved and he is mine. His banner.
What I believe, I took a stand. The power of Yashaya with me. I don't straddle the fence. I don't waver in faith. No. The prophets, my forefathers, would die for this chance. So I push my fear aside. It's time to ride or die. I put it on everything. The narrow road is the way to go. I'm not afraid, no. I stand in no doubt. I trust him in everything. I'm praising him. I raise my hands up high, high, high to the sky. Praising up higher. Bashim Yashaya. My hands up high, high, high up to the sky. Praising up higher. Bashim Yashaya. If you told me years ago I would be here today, I would never believe you. No. I was waddling in sin. I was giving up on hope. The point of no return. I did not know which way to go. I was lost and turned out. I was down for the count. I took the wrong road. I given in sin. Yashaya put me in. Yeah, he saved my life. Brand new start. on the scene. Oh, oh. Through your son's name, yeah, 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 our Savior, our Savior, yeah. My hands up high, high, high up to the sky, sky, praising higher, Hashem Yashaya. My hands up high, high, high up to the sky. Thank you, Abba. Praising higher, Hashem Yashaya. My hands up high, high up to the sky, sky, praising higher, Hashem Yashaya. My hands up high, high up to the sky, sky, praising higher, Hashem Yashaya. My Savior, you're the only one. My Savior, you're the only one. My Savior, in the name of my Savior, in the name of my Savior, Yashaya.
Praise AHAYAH. Hashem Yashaya. Rawach. Lost are saved, find their way at the sound of your great name. All can dance, feel no shame at the sound of your great name. Every fear has no place at the sound of your great name. Enemy, he has to leave at the sound of your great name. Oh, Yashaya. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain for us. Son of AHAYAH, man, you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name. Hey, hey, your great name. All the weak find their strength at the sound of your great name. Hungry souls receive grace at the sound of your great name. The fatherless, they find rest at the sound of your great name. And the sick and dead are raised at the sound of your great name. Oh, Yashaya, worthy is the Lamb that was slain for us. Son of the higher man, you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name. Yeah, your great name. Redeemer, my healer, Lord Almighty, my Savior, defender, you are my King. Redeemer, my healer, Lord Almighty, my Savior, defender, you are my King. Yashaya, worthy is the Lamb that was slain for us. The Son of a higher man, you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name. Hey, your great name. Hey. Your great name, your great name. Praise you high. Praise you high.
Get ready, go east. I prepare to play. I told you travel. Go east to play with you face to face. I told you travel. Babu babu day, babu bay, badu bay, badu bay. Just pray. Understanding really that there is no other way to face the higher. Keep commandments and Yashaya on the brain and don't tire. Get on your knees humbly and say please. And in this manner you should pray. This is what you say. Our Father, truly you're the one who art in heaven. Hallowed be your holy name, higher with the power. Until the kingdom come, then your will be done on earth and just believe the same in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, so we be fed and forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. Cause it better lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Let the church say amen. just agrees. AHAYAH know exactly what you need, so best believe it won't be long before he intercedes. So breathe, and there's no need to pump no trees. AHAYAH be's the aphrodisiac, a stimulant you need. When you fast and you pray, relieve your mind and your soul. The Holy Spirit fills the temple and it makes the body whole. Open up all the senses and it makes the body free. And the best part about it that it makes the demons play.
They call me Bland, the Levite, principal, the prince in the building. Permanent spit, evaluated, just getting started. Coming from the modable, impossible mission of competitive, effective with large faces when you lie multiple ways. Even men of courses of life forces extracted. The 44 cows, they want to lead me to the corpses. The word is Bonson, what you think I'm reminiscing on? Yashaya, Prince of Power, son. So many retrieve your performance time to respect the Most High, be forever lost. The word disrespect destroys. We just a breath in us, and like you said, it's quoting scripture from Peter Genesis. Nothing compares to a son that's exalted. The mind got these frustrates, conjunctions. Frustrate the eyes of a one oppression of coming species. They're preparing for destruction, deranged complication of the small situations. Rising up microwave grounds. Y'all dogs gotta get up. No sign of sky preparing for you. Y'all dudes gotta get up. Don't you know that judgment day is coming soon? Y'all dudes gotta wake up. Most high in the sky preparing for you. Y'all dudes gotta wake up. Don't you know that the judgment day is coming soon?
That's where it all started, yeah. First commandment, love AHAYAH with all your heart. Second commandment, love your brother, love your sister. First commandment, love AHAYAH with all your heart. Second commandment, love your brother, love your sister. Love each other. Love each other.
Shalom, Israel. Praise AHAYAH. Bahasham Yashaya. Qadash Rawach. It's Sister Connor here. And I pray you all are having a blessed week. And I just want to, just stop in and say shalom. And I hope you all are doing well. This is the Nappy Hair Chronicles. Praise AHAYAH, Bahasham Yashaya. And I'm back in the building, y'all. And I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. And there's a lot going on. And there's a lot of things I want to cover. Actually, the name of this, show or broadcast is Every Island Fled Away and Mountains Were Not Found. And I thought this was a good title, in lieu of what I'm going into. There's a lot of little things that's going on. So let me just get right into it. The main important thing, one of the brothers, Will, if he's out there, Shalom he had told me about, what's going on in Haiti. He is a Haitian Levite from the tribe of Levi. And his ear is to the ground when it comes to his people over in Haiti. So he was sending me a few things about what's going on in Haiti. So I wanted to, address that. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted the title, And Every Island Fled Away and Mountains Were Not Found, in lieu to Revelations 16 and 20. That's the scripture. But when it's talking about what will start to happen in the earth. So I just wanted to bring out this information on Haiti, guys, because I know they're not doing a lot of coverage on these, events that are actually going on. There's a lot of, stifling of the information, real news and things like that. So I wanted to play a quick clip just to keep you guys abreast of what's actually going on in Haiti, that we must pray for our brethren, of the 12 tribes of Israel. They're targeting our people. They took down the president there some months ago or even last year because he was not complying with the whole jab thing, and most of the people there are not jabbed up. So that's a blessing, praise AHAYAH, Yashaya. But because of the times, they are being targeted. All kind of coups are being sent out. War, famine, guys, it's a lot. So if any of you are of Haitian descent or from Levi, from the tribes of Levi, we have to start talking more. We have to start giving this information so our people will know that there is a safe place. And, it's hard for them because a lot of them believe because they have their own land that they, this is where they need to stay. But these are not our lands, brothers and sisters. This is not what the Most High, intended us to stay while when we were suffering the captivity. We had to stay there. But now that we are no longer, and we're waking up to this truth and we're coming out, when he commands the 12 tribes of Israel to start to come out, we got to let our brethren know that there is a safe place. And a lot of people aren't talking about it. So it's only up to me and you, brothers and sisters, who actually watch this channel and this and that. And I know I have a small channel, but we do know that the road is narrow, brothers and sisters. It's a narrow road. So I understand that because the content that I'm speaking, a lot of people are not going to get notifications. I'm not going to get likes. I'm not doing, a lot of things. They drop people from my channel and all kind of stuff is going on because this truth is some serious truth. Okay, coming out of Babylon is a big no-no in their eyes. So they're not going to let it be easy. So brothers and sisters, you do have work to do. You do have to speak up and send out this information and like it and share it and post it, repost it so that people can know there's a safe place. Jordan is the safe place for the Most High's people. So I'm going to show you what's actually going on in Haiti. And thank you, Will, for sending me this information. So let me give you hold on, let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. And I got this from BBC News. Hold on.
Crisis unfolding in Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Almost half the population, that's 4.4.
I don't know if you can hear this, guys, but my sound went out. That's another video that I'm going to share, but I don't want to share that now. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Let me try it again. Something is going on. It says stop sharing. Hold on. My screen is all over the place. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and hold on. No, it closed the tab. Hold on, guys. That was weird. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second while I find this video. Sorry for the inconvenience. Commercial break, and we will be right back. After these messages.
I told you travel. You know we're in the last days, coming to the final phase. AHAYAH's gonna show his face to his people. You know it's time to go. You feel it in your soul. The Holy Spirit tells you so. Get ready. Go east. AHAYAH prepare to play. I told you travel. Go east to plead with you face to face. I told you travel. Go east. There is a safe place. I told you travel. Go east. For those who have an ear, let them hear. Go east. I told you travel. Visit us at itojatravel.com. You know we're in the last days, coming to the final phase. AHAYAH's gonna show his face to his people. You know it's time to go. You feel it in your soul. The Holy Spirit tells you so. Get ready. Go east. AHAYAH prepare to play. I told you travel. Go east to plead with you face to face. I told you travel. Go east. There is a safe place. I told you travel. Go east. For those who have an ear, let them hear. Go east. I told you travel. Visit us at itojatravel.com.
Okay, guys. I was trying to find the video. Wait, hold on. I was trying to find the video and I can't seem to find it anymore. So hold on. But I have another one. So let me just give you this one until I can find that one. Sorry for the inconvenience, but this is information on what's going on in Haiti, guys. Our Levite priest.
Language the United Nations is now using as heavily armed gangs expand their control of the country. Haitian human rights groups say armed groups control at least 60% of the capital, Port-au-Prince, and the surrounding areas. They're also warning rape is increasingly being used as a weapon. Well, in the first 6 months of this year, the UN has documented this: 934 killings in the capital, 680 kidnappings. Most of the victims were not directly involved in gangs. They were directly targeted by armed groups. The violence has escalated since the assassination of the country's sitting president, Jovenel Moïse. That was in July of 2021. And that's a crime for which no one has yet been put on trial in Haiti. Our senior international correspondent, Orla Guerin, sent this special report from the Haitian capital. I should warn you, her report contains some distressing material.
This is gang territory in Port-au-Prince, almost as far as the eye can see. But it seems the world isn't looking. And the Haitian capital has become a gangster's paradise. It's morning in a middle-class suburb. Minutes after a shootout, a show of force by the police. But usually it's the gangs who call the shots. There are over 100 armed groups in the city, instilling fear and silence. Well, police are still searching the scene here. There's an AK-47 on the ground and some ammunition. There are also drops of blood. Now, this is an armored car. Police say they were tracking it for about 2 weeks. They say it was being used by a kidnap gang. It's about 8 in the morning here, and morning and evening rush hours are peak time for the kidnappers.
There was a battle with police officers and the bad guys. One of them died, and we got the vehicle, and this is one of the weapons the bad guys had in their hands.
Do they have many armored vehicles, the kidnappers?
I don't know. They're plenty. I'm sure they're plenty.
Nearby, the body of an alleged gang member. The police told us we stopped them today.
Okay, guys. So I found the other video. Hold on. And I wanted to show, I didn't really want to focus on this one because, you know, they raise up coups to come in the country and they pay people to do these kind of things. So not all of, you know, this information is accurate, meaning that they're going to be truthful. They're trying to act like it's the gangs, but you know, it's America's onslaught on the Levites. Okay, so give me a second and I'm going to stop sharing the screen and I'm going to go to the other video that I wanted to show you. And it's shorter, but it's, hold on.
To the humanitarian crisis unfolding in Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Almost half the population, that's 4.7 million Haitians, are facing acute hunger. In the country's capital, Port-au-Prince, the UN says 19,000 are facing the prospect of living in famine-like conditions. People there are also dealing with a deadly cholera epidemic. Armed groups and gangs control as much as 60% of the city and surrounding areas, complicating efforts to get help and aid to those in need. Well, from there, our senior international correspondent Orla Guerin reports, and a warning, you may find some of her parts of her report distressing.
A little boy lost, being put out on the street. Police evicting families from a public square in Port-au-Prince, consigning them to this.
Look at all the filth.
Many sought refuge here in July when gang warfare killed at least 300 people in 10 days. They've had little help from their failing state. Well, what's happening here now is that people who have already been displaced once are being displaced again. Women have been leaving, clutching small children by the hand, carrying whatever they can manage. There's a real sense of despair now. They're wondering where...
Wait, hold on. I just want to stop a minute and say, like, why are these people always in the midst of our, you know, what's happening in these other countries, in these ghettos? They always have these missionaries in the midst, you know, somehow, some way, you know. But I also wanted to bring your attention to how these people are carrying their food and their things on their backs. I mean, let alone all the filth, that they're living in. But the fact that they have to carry their food and substance and everything like this on their backs. And brothers and sisters, I just want you to, put in mind, if we don't prepare for what we know is coming, this will be the case where you carrying, food and raiment and things that you need on your back, and because you have not prepared. We know what's coming. We must prepare. Hold on.
Where can they go to be safe?
Look at all the filth.
Here's where they fled from, City Soleil, a place where most fear to tread.
You're going to need one of those things. Huh?
It's the poorest part of the capital and a bastion of the gangs. The UN's World Food Programme has to negotiate its way in to give out life-saving aid. It says 19,000 people here are facing famine-like conditions, a 2-hour flight from Miami. All this is watched carefully by gang members who remain out of sight. They're also watching us as we film. We can't step outside the gate. How hard is it to try to feed your child? I can't feed my child, Sarah tells me. My little one is at my mother's. Every day we hear gunfire. And now there is another threat. Cholera has returned. 5-year-old Jocelyn has been hit hard. She's already weakened by malnutrition, like so many children here. With her godmother by her side, she gets help in time.
Now, I don't know why the child looks so malnutrition and the parents look pretty healthy.
The capital is menaced by the gangs who own most of the streets. Haiti's government has asked for foreign troops to come in. So far, the international community is in no rush. There is anger at the idea of more foreign intervention. It has a bad history here. Many Haitians want their government out, not foreigners in. The state is collecting taxes, says Abner, but it can't collect the rubbish. It can't feed the people. We will fight until we overthrow it. Jean Simpson Desenclos has been fighting for a better Haiti as a lawyer and human rights activist. But no one is immune here. No one is safe. He lost his entire family, his wife, Josette Fils, and daughters, Sherwood Sonji and Saraji. Here they were in life, sharing a happy moment. They were gunned down by a gang in August. 3 women, no mercy.
You are always waiting for a call from your child, telling you, dad this or dad that, and in the blink of an eye, these criminals take away the connection to your child.
This was the family car just hours after the attack.
They have taken the country hostage. They make the law here. They kill, they rape, they destroy.
And they rob children of what little they have. Wood Berlin is 12. He and his mother are now homeless for the second time. First, they fled City Soleil. Now the authorities have moved them on. They told us they had no idea where they would go. Orla Guerin, BBC News, Port-au-Prince.
Wow, that is horrible. But we got to pray for our brothers and sisters in these countries, for Israel, because they're being targeted for one. I mean, you think Judah is being targeted in America, which we know that they are. You know, all this fabrication, all this fake news, all this propaganda, so that people can be sitting still, you know, waiting on to destruction that's coming. You know, so they're targeting Israel on every, you know, side, every tribe, wherever we are. Trust that there's being targeted, but mainly we focus on Judah because we're in America. In America, and we in the neck of our enemy. So everything they're doing is, you know, geared towards Israel, trying to keep us still into destruction. Because listen, brothers and sisters, what's going on in Haiti, it will soon come to America and other parts of the world. So, you know, we have to start to prepare and get prepared and get ready and get out, because it's coming. Also, I heard in the news, like, and I'm going to let you hear a few other videos that I have, giving you information that you're not really hearing. But the reason why I really wanted to focus on this Haiti thing, because the scripture says, and that's why I titled this program, "And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found." This is from Revelations 16 and 20, that scripture, where it's talking about, you know, how Babylon is going to be destroyed, and also every island. So Haiti is an island, and it's connected to the Dominican Republic. These islands won't be there, okay, according to the scriptures. It says every island. So our people, now the thing about these countries like Haiti and Dominican Republic, and, you know, at least they feel they have a landmass. These are the children of Israel, but they do believe that they have a landmass. At least with us in America, we know that that's not our home. We know that we came here on slave ships, even though a lot of our people have this American pride thing going on. For the most part, we don't feel like it's our land. Why? Because Esau is not allowing us to feel, you know, like it's our land. They keep their foot in our neck on every turn. But these people, like the Levites, you know, and the Haitians and the Dominican Republic, they feel that that's their land. They have land. They feel that's not our home. It's not their home, but they have been deceived into thinking that that's their land. But look how they're being treated on their land. I mean, it's filthy, it's dirty, it's disgusting for anybody. That's subhuman level for our people, anybody to have to live like that. Did you see the filth? Oh my goodness. But they still feel that they have a land, you know. When you talk to Haitians, it's like their land, their land. We have to start to warn our people and let them know they need to get out. The scripture says every island fled away and mountains were not found. So a lot of places are not going to be there, including Babylon, which New York is an island. And all those barrels, 5 barrels, that's all considered islands as well. And we know that the scripture says that Babylon will be split in 3 parts. And so, you know, I'm sure that land of New York City, where I'm actually from, is not going to be, you know, when that happens. But that prophecy has to be fulfilled. So that's why I thought it was very important to show people like what's going on in Haiti. First of all, we need to be praying and fasting for our brothers and sisters that they can get an opportunity to get out of these places. Now, I know it's poor and a lot of people can't travel, but listen, if people are from Haitian descent or Dominican Republic, you know, or Puerto Rico is another island, Jamaica is also another island. Our people, these are our people. A lot of our people in America have family there. These are the descendants of, you know, family members and stuff. We have to start talking to our people to get them out of harm's way. Jamaica is very, you know, prevalent, and the tribe of Benjamin is waking up. So people need to know, and they're running back and forth to Jamaica, but they're not really trying to tell our people that they have to come out of these places. These places are not going to be secure, and the Bible is true, and every word will come to pass. So as we start to see all this stuff unfold, we have to consider how we're going to get these messages out to people, because there is a concerted effort to keep our people still, to keep our people unaware of actually what's going to happen, unaware of that there is a place, a safe place, Jordan, that we can flee to and that we can, be. But our people, nobody's really talking along those lines. Nobody's really giving out this information. The people in Babylon, are stuck themselves. So they don't really seem, everybody's so, concerned about themselves and what they got going on. They ain't even trying to talk about, this about to other people. But if you are these descendants, meaning Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, the news is not really talking about what bad state our people are in. And they are under attack, trust me, because they're attacking all the tribes. So it's not just Judah who's in the neck of the enemy, it's all the other tribes. So I wanted to, just bring this out and let y'all, have a conversation about it. If you want to, chime in about it, praise AHAYAH Bahasham Yashaya. I will put the link here so that if you want to talk about it, or if you have some information, you can post about it. But it's becoming very dire that we must tell our people, those of you who are in America preparing to flee, praise AHAYAH Bahasham Yashaya. But you also got to, on your way, warn others so that they can get out, and that they will know what to do. Because a lot is going on. It's so much going on that you can't even keep track. Just like the Bible told us in 2nd Esdras, the 12 woes, and they will start to overlap, and one, go, and then the other one to start. And that's what we're talking about. The next thing I wanted to discuss, so we have to start praying for these other tribes like Levi and Benjamin and, Issachar and Ephraim. We have to start praying because, it's getting dire. Okay, so there's also, just wanted to put it out there about the 4 billionaire crypto currency businessmen that all of a sudden have passed away. There's been 4 so far. And I just wanted to bring that out because, brothers and sisters, before COVID hit, maybe a year or 2 before, remember, if I can jog your remembrance, that there were doctors that were coming up dead, like a bunch of them. I don't know how many of them, but it was a lot, that were coming up dead. And all of a sudden, these doctors were dying. And then, lo and behold, 1.5 to 2 years later, the COVID thing. And now you can kind of put it together why these doctors needed to be shut up. Because they probably had information of what's going on. Maybe they couldn't trust them not to speak, so they got rid of them. You understand? And I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was happening. And it was really big. I mean, these doctors were coming up dead, one after another. So now it's these cryptocurrency billionaires, people who have made billions of dollars off the cryptocurrency. Now all of a sudden, it's 4 so far, but keep watch, because these people are coming up dead and or unalived. I don't know, I hope I don't, they're coming up unalive, and we know that this dollar situation has got to end. And so, be on the lookout for stuff like that. When you're hearing about these billionaires dying who were invested into the cryptocurrency because they're taking them out for some reason. And we know that eventually they have to flatline this dollar. Okay, which brings me to, Russia. If y'all paying attention on what's going on in the news, Russia, now some people might say, oh, it's propaganda, but brothers and sisters, it's a war going on, and it's heightening, just like, and the Bible speaks about this war coming. So don't let anyone deceive you and act like, oh, it's propaganda, because it's happening right before our eyes. Just like in Syria has been going on like 11, 12 years now. But the scriptures tell you that Damascus will be a heap of rubble, right? So this is the process of that prophecy coming to pass. Syria is becoming a heap of rubble. So in the midst of World War III, this situation with Russia, they're talking about doing nukes. They're talking about it. Now, this is a key point. Today, Putin was on the air, and yesterday, talking about no longer using the dollar as his currency. Now, y'all know that's a problem because America, it needs to control everything in order for them, this new world order situation to come to pass. They have to have the monetary control. So anytime any leader from any country starts talking about removing the dollar as the currency, it's an issue. It becomes they take down the leader, they kill him, But the only thing with Russia is he has nukes, right? And lots of them, and very powerful nukes. So that's something to pay attention to, brothers and sisters. You need to take heed. When they threatening like this, I know people, they do a lot of false flagging so that you can be comfortable. When you hear things, you're not getting startled. But this is Bible prophecy, so your spirit should be in alarm, okay? Your spirit should be reacting and responding like, oh, it's time to go. It's time to prepare. Don't get lulled to sleep with all the propaganda, because I know a lot of it is propaganda, but guys, it's on purpose so that you wouldn't be, feeling like a red flag when you hear these things. But we know every past president and government that talks about removing the dollar from their currencies, it has to be a problem because the U.S. is not going to allow it. They need this situation to happen the way they want it to happen, meaning the currency, okay? The currency has got to fall, okay? And they're on it, okay? So I just wanted to bring that out, and I do have a video just to show you guys. So give me a second, and I will show you this video because I think it's very important that y'all understand the severity. And I think it's just one of the guys talking about it, but I will just let you hear it because you got to hear it because they're not pushing this news out at all. So you're not going to really know. Hold on. And there's a lot of other stuff I want to talk about, but these are some of the main things I wanted to bring out before, I get sidetracked. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my screen with you. And, he's always talking about the currencies and, monetary, the economic system and how it's falling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. The West, the United States, European nation states, also Russia and China preparing for a nuclear winter, preparing for a nuclear war, according to news.
Mm-hmm.
Overthrew the rightful Ukrainian government in 2014 of Yanukovych. It's only the newly installed government, and we've seen this with other U.S. failed wars like Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, etc., where they go in, they take over a nation, it fails, they let it collapse, they spend trillions of dollars worthless of taxpayer funds, and then they leave and go on to the next war. And really what it appears to be is just a money-making scheme of the military-industrial complex, companies like Raytheon and Boeing, et cetera, where they make billions and billions of dollars funding and operating the wars. And also it's a testing ground for the future conflagration and ultimate conflict. So we're going to get into this all today and also talk a little bit more about how Mr. XI is doubling down with his relationship with Vladimir Putin. So there's no end in sight. There is no stopping the collapse of the U.S. hegemony at this point, and in my opinion, and we're going to watch some of this harrowing footage in a moment, of this new 12 times more powerful nuclear weapon being readied. Again, this is Newsweek, not just Drudge Report, reporting on this now. We can see a report here that Z here at the Wall Street Journal says is doubling down on his Putin bet. I have similar personality to yours. We have the U.S. sending Patriot missile defense systems readying for a imminent attack by Russia on Ukraine. We have Kyiv preparing for nuclear war. This is the Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos. Shelters, backpacks, and FM radios. Again, the U.S. government has bought hundreds of millions of dollars of nuke pills, iodine tablets. It fills your bodily organs up so you're not exposed to the fallout radiation. Again, we had that PSA in New York not too long ago. This is not fear-mongering. This is actually what's going on. We have the Federal Reserve expected to slow its rate increases, which I think will only stoke hyperinflation. And, of course, the report here from Newsweek. Let's go to this now. Russia primes nuclear bomb 12 times more powerful than it dropped on Hiroshima. Video of an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, on a silo launcher has been released by Russia's defense ministry and has been widely reported by the country's media, an apparent warning to the West of Moscow's nuclear weapons capabilities. Here we have an image still of the Russian Yars intercontinental ballistic missile that has been prepared that could launch at a hair trigger over the holidays and the Christmas month. It's able to be prepared for launch within 7 minutes. It can be fired from a prepared site, a special garage with a sliding roof, or from unprepared position during field deployment. Now, keep in mind, North Korea, an ally of Russia and China. China itself could launch missiles very easily as well. From other silos around the world, from cloaked naval vessels and other capabilities. Let's go to this video and watch the harrowing footage as Putin readies nuke, a possible nuke strike on the West.
Okay.
Again, this is not just the Sun. This is Newsweek. This is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. We are at a more dangerous time than we were during the Cold War.
So while our community is inundated with foolishness, this is what the Gentiles are focusing on. And brothers and sisters, it's not a joke. And people want to play this stuff down and act like it's all propaganda. But the Bible tells us that every island will be moved out of its place. Okay? So something is going to happen, and you know what it is. So brothers and sisters, I pray that you start preparing and getting out.
You heard it here first. Get ready. I'll include the links below. Again, Newsweek reports Russia primes nuclear bomb 12 times more powerful than dropped on Hiroshima. And I just showed you the harrowing footage. Get ready. Stay prepared. Keep praying unceasingly. I'll include links below. Again, get out of the dollar. We are in a hyperinflationary collapse here in the United States. Keep in mind, not a single too-big-to-fail banker ever went to jail for causing the greatest financial economic collapse that we had ever seen. Trillions of dollars spent in economic financial bailouts, and not a single one of these people held accountable. So Things are going to get much worse in the United States. We have just eclipsed $31 trillion of worthless debt. The money supply has tripled since the lockdowns and, of course, the PPP loan bailouts. And so the Fed has nothing else that it can do here outside of pivoting, like I told you that they were going to do, and also blame the hyperinflationary collapse of the petrodollar hegemony on, guess what? World War III. It's always a scapegoat. It's always a blame game. Stay prepped. Get gold. AMTVgold.com. It's your last chance.
Okay, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to put that out there because I know a lot of people aren't talking about this and they're trying to act like, oh, you know, we got time. Oh, you know, it's propaganda. No, there's actual war is going on, which has been going on since the summer, brothers and sisters. It has not stopped. You understand? So get out of Babylon. It's happening right before your eyes. People are inundating you with foolishness, and it's real. It's real, brothers and sisters. AHAYAH said, come out of her, my people. He wasn't playing, and he wasn't talking about spiritually. You guys know this. So I just wanted to like give y'all that information and really like drive it home because it's not a game. Now, also, I want to talk about the fact that there's no food on the shelves. I mean, guys, it's all happening, you know, and I wanted to, you know, I always watch this particular sister who puts out this information, you know, but I wanted you to hear it. Hold on. Okay, I wanted you to hear it from, which I found interesting. There's some brothers, y'all know I'm in the music industry, right? And you know I always like keep tabs on what's going on because our people, these are the people that's asleep, so, you know, asleep. But I ran across, you know, there's a page that I watch, and I was a bit surprised that these brothers who are in the industry now are talking about a collapse or waking up and starting to see. So I wanted to share that with you. It's a long video, so I won't play it all, but you really need to see that even like we're the awakened guys, we know, but now the people who are not awake, the sheeple, the ones who we know that they just in la la land, they are even talking about it. So what more should you be doing? The ones who really know, the ones who understand what's going on. These brothers and sisters, they're not really equipped of what's really going on spiritually, but they know something is wrong. Now check this out. Praise AHAYAH. So I'm sharing this stuff with you so that you will know that even the ones that we call asleep, even they are waking up. Hold on. They entitled this video, "The World is Shutting Down Soon, Things They Don't Want You to Know." Go figure, okay? Hold on, I'm sorry.
Again.
Okay, hold on. So these are two brothers in the music industry, in the rap community. One of them is Talib from the group The Roots.
All the right.
Which I know you've heard of. His name is Talib Kweli or something like that. He's from The Roots. He's a rapper, but he's an older guy. He's been in the game for a long time. And this brother, Imrek, is also, I think he does videos, and he's been in the game a while too. So for these two brothers to be doing videos like this, I thought it was, you know, very good because they reach a certain audience, and it's mainly the hip hop community, some of the older brothers in the game. So for them to be seeing this and for them to be putting this information out, I thought it was profound, and I was glad. And I just want you to hear it from layman's terms. Now, these are the walking dead who really don't know, you know, but obviously they're not that asleep, you know.
From the farmers. Okay. And what
the one who's talking now, that's Talib, and he's the rapper with The Roots, and the other one is Imrek TV.
What they have been doing since the time we all had to stay in our homes is going to these farms and putting them in a position to actually have to destroy their crops or not receive the subsidized payments they get for the growth of these crops. they have destroyed millions and millions of birds due to a somewhat, they're calling an outbreak in avian flu, but it has only affected about 10% of the total. And for some reason, they have done a culling on the chickens and turkeys and things of that nature. So there's about to be a shortage of chicken. And also the cows. And what they've recently done, which farmers are coming out now and trying to let people know, is they have slaughtered a large portion of the cows that would be used for reproduction, which means that there's going to be left beef on the shelves, and most importantly, the price of the meat is going to go up very high. The Netherlands is a place where you could look into this yourself, where they're actually conducting this now. The Netherlands is, I believe, one of either the first or the second largest supplier of farm produce to the world. And they have literally put in policies in place there now to remove 11,200 of these farmers. And that's literally all the farmers that they have. This is definitely headed our way.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very great time for everyone to begin to look at their diet, change your diet, reassess some of the things you eat that you feel you have to be eating, because it's not true anyway. And also, what I wanted to mention, because we were going to talk about what was going on with the tech billionaires that have been passing away. And the interesting thing is that they're mentioning it now only because two of them died together.
Wait, hold on, guys. So I just want to stop it a minute, because it just amazes me why it doesn't come to anybody's mind to get out. They'll talk about everything else, what you should do. Now, these are our brothers. This is the tribe of Judah. These are black men who see destruction coming. So they're warning. They got platforms so they're talking about it. Good. But it never comes to mind to get out of harm's way, get out of Babylon. And let me just add this. They have a situation where brothers are talking, about women and all this stuff. And they got these thing called the passport bros. Now here you got brothers who are willing to get passports to get out, to find women, to get married to other nations because they feel the daughters of Zion are so out of control. So they can get passports and all this stuff to go find women and have, relations outside of America. But they will not think, it will not come to mind to get out because of this kind of situation. Now they're talking about, you got to change your diet. You got to start, which is good, fasting and all that stuff. But it's not coming to mind that you just need to get up out of there. Babylon the Great is falling. And I'm sure they've heard it. I know they've heard of the Hebrew Israelites. I'm sure they've heard something with Hebrews and talking about who we are and this and that. But, I just wanted to point that out. It's never coming to mind just to get out, to save your soul, save your life, save the life of your children, your woman, none of this. I just wanted to bring this up.
And one of them was a Russian individual who was very wealthy and had spoken out against the regime in Russia, which would explain why he got dealt with. But they've been putting down these billionaires, crypto billionaires, for the last 5 years. The first crypto billionaire that ever made $1 billion, he was killed. I want to say 3 years ago. But if you do a little of your own research and investigation, I always tell people, please don't take my word for it. I'm not here to be the Lord of information. I'm here to share what I've discovered, and collectively, and we create a different reality for ourselves. But I'm not here to be the Lord of the information. it is vital that people go and research this for yourself, because your perspective will always bring a different light to the subject. But also, this is all tied together because the actuality is these guys are starting to disappear. One is, I want to let everybody know, the cryptocurrency was created by the three-letter boys. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to start throwing that around too tough, but I think you understand when I say three-letter guys, or the alphabet gang. This is the dudes who created the cryptocurrency to begin with. The purpose of this cryptocurrency is to shift everyone off of the dollar and to put them on a blockchain system. They want the currency to be biological, meaning that the cryptocurrency is a part of a blockchain which is on a network. This is why they're promoting the promotion of people receiving chips to control their car and to get in and out of their house, and they're labeling it as the world's first superpower. It's an indefinite push to get everyone to take these chips. But the blockchain is the same thing they're doing in China. The money will turn into a social credit scoring system. You will be giving a universal income. Your living here will be, your citizenship will be based to what they're considering your contribution and behavior in society is. Mm-hmm. And that is exactly where this is heading. This is why they are protesting the lockdowns in China that they won't show us. The fact that they're covering the whole protest of the zero policy lockdown behind what's really going on in China. The fact that their monetary system has collapsed. Mm-hmm. And I would suggest anyone to go look into that, because we literally have been following the model of China this whole time. So when they do something, you better believe shortly after you're going to see a form of it in America. So the people there, they have come together, and this is why they won't show you it. The people have come together. They have united. And they can never show you a united people. But if anybody does any research into the things I just spoke to you about, it's enough to open up the door and move us in the right direction to shift into the reality we want to be in. And this is why you have the issues with these rappers happening right now on such a publicized scale, because they need our distraction more than anything.
Exactly.
They need our attention and focus more than anything.
Head tribe is in America.
So the best way to get it on our front is through the way that they hooked us in. Remember, we created rap music as we created many forms of music, but that music had been taken and manipulated and used against us. Mm-hmm. So whenever these rappers they're showing you the turmoil, the things they're going through, never forget the records they're promoting. Mm-hmm. And that will lead you back to the truth. And that's to say, remember, when they're calling people agents, or saying an agent is not somebody that's actually in the know of what they're doing. An agent is a person who is carrying out agenda. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they can do this knowingly or unknowingly. They don't have to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in the Matrix.
And when some of these rappers do, at the time they find out or really catch on or really go, oh, it is real, it's too late. It's too late for them to do anything. You see? And this is why I'm saying, like, you look at once you step out of the game, which is, how do you step out of the game? Emotionally detach from it. You got to emotionally detach from it. Then you can see what's actually happening.
And then you come out.
We know that
people.
Because we live in a reality of war and survival and violence. That's what we have attuned our attention to. So we know that when you get out of line, they've shown us this time and time, they've ingrained this in our DNA, that if you get out of line, they're going to kill you.
Yep. Just let me put it on pause for a minute. Just like they did that guy Twitch. They're trying to act like, oh, he committed suicide. And I have a video showing you he was speaking out, and they want to make an example of him because Kanye and Kyrie Irving, are doing a lot of talking, but they like, So they put a stop to this brother because he was talking about, black people being murdered by the hands of the police. But let him finish.
Okay. And this is what we've been shown. And it doesn't matter what the person tries to hide behind. It doesn't matter. Remember, you're going, one person cannot fight an army.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear these rappers come out talking about they're talking against the system, they're going to fight the man. This is a tactic. This is a tactic to attract your attention in a direction.
Now he's talking about Kanye and Kyrie Irving. He's telling you. He's talking. I'm telling you what it is.
It's the Hegelian dialect. It is a way of problem, reaction, solution. They show you a problem. You react to it. Then they tell you this is what we should do. And notice when this all jumped off with Yi, or how he self-describes, when that all jumped off, notice that's exactly where everybody's mind went to. We need to do this. This is what we need to do. And then all these people you don't know, you've never heard of, you cannot go out and meet yourself, start telling you, yeah, you know what, this is what we need to do, this is where we at, and listen, black people, y'all, and notice they always want to call us stupid and dumb, and foolish. What's wrong with you? Disregarding that they have spent $1 trillion campaign to put you in the lowest vibrate frequency known to man. How are you stupid? How are you dumb? It's a game. It's a trap. It's just a trap.
All of it is a trap, brothers and sisters. All of it. Y'all have to wake up and understand. All these Hebrew Israelite groups call themselves, this is what Christ was talking about. It's a trap. Get out. You know the scriptures now. You know that there's a safe place now. Hurry up and get out. Your time is none at this point. Get out.
You the only truth that is. From your perspective, in your shoes, you are the only truth. They know this. That's why all of this material is psychological, scientific. TV, movies, the stuff you watch. All of this stuff is psychological. Anybody who studies storytelling or writing scripts will know that as soon as you do that, you learn, oh my God, everything I've ever watched was never about what I was watching. It was about the story underneath the story. The moral, the educational value. Right? So none of these people, the truth, remember, it was the last poets that said, the revolution will not be televised.
It's televised.
And people didn't understand what that actually meant. They thought they were saying like, oh, well, it's not going to be on TV. But what he actually meant, and if you go listen to him, explains it. What he meant was the war that was coming in your mind. That this revolution, that us standing up, that us making a change in our life is not going to come from an outside source. It has to come from within. And that's why you got people like Yee and people like Kyrie and people like all of these NBA stars that are telling you anything about life as if they aren't a part of the decadent veil that exists in this country.
Hello?
As if they don't know.
I want to say that, he's not awake fully. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely don't agree with most of the stuff he's talking about. I really wanted to share this video to show you that this is the unwoke, and they even understand that something's terribly, terribly wrong. They don't even know what to do, but they know that something is wrong. So for these Israelite groups to be sitting in America, twiddling their thumbs, acting like, oh, we got time. And I told you to sit through code, listen, guys, do not be deceived. Christ warned you. Do not be deceived. The Most High said, come out of her, my people. Get out, brothers and sisters. Don't waste. Shalom. I'm sorry, that was my bad because my box wasn't plugged in. So please forgive me. Oh, and we have a guest. Praise AHAYAH. Sister Lawanda is in the building. Shalom, sister. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good to see you. Praise AHAYAH, Yashaya.
Yes, I will be there very shortly. And
praise AHAYAH. Well, we got our sister. She's on her way out. Praise AHAYAH, and I'm happy. And you see, I'm sure you see for yourself, like what's going on.
Right. I just want to say that Europe just announced a couple of days ago that they're getting ready for their digital system there, and people are saying they don't like that, but this is what I think I've been feeling coming.
Yes, yes. And and I'm saying, what did you think of the information that I was bringing out today? Like it was,
It
because
was
you had
excellent.
spoken to me about it.
It was excellent. The brother brought that out too about the
Yeah.
digital changeover, and so that's going by what I'm feeling. I've been feeling this, and so
Yeah.
Europe came out and said that they're going to start theirs very soon. So if Europe starts, then it'll be UK and then America and so on and so forth. I think that was excellent what the brother was bringing out about the food and stuff like that.
Yes, and listen, guys, I want to, I thought it was so great because these are people that are asleep,
Yes.
Heavy in the music industry, they ain't saying too much. And then he comes out and start talking like this, showing you that the shelves are bare.
Yeah.
People try to act like, what? I don't see what's going on. And, I be posting this woman that's making these videos. She goes to Walmarts and Kroger's and Sam's, and she's just going around checking the stores. Like that spirit is on her just to be checking,
Yes.
And brothers and sisters, like, so we got to get out of there. I mean, don't wait until, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to go. At least once you come out, you can move around. Once you're there and you're stuck there, and listen, Trump is getting back in office, whether y'all believe it or not, because he's the one that's his assignment is to shut down them borders. That Mexico border is going to be shut, brothers and sisters.
Arizona, I just saw the news today from Arizona. They have put some kind of something, just makeshift something to keep the Mexicans coming over, but the government wants to sue Arizona for doing that.
Yeah, that's the next thing. So, and there's a lot of people talking about, oh, we're going to Mexico, buying land in Mexico. Listen, foolishness, spinning their wheels, foolishness, but they know what they're doing because a lot of these people are sent. This is what their assignment is, and they just stringing people along. And when that cry is going to be so loud in Babylon, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be, you won't even be able to hear. That cry is going to be so loud, and it's going to be so sad because people would not take heed to people telling them. There's people on here warning you, oh, the food is not in the stores. They're killing all the birds. There's no chicken. There's no beef. There's no, all the farmers are being put out of their businesses. And what are you going to eat?
Yeah, right.
So praise AHAYAH. But I did want to listen. I want to listen a little more to this brother. Okay. So hold on, sister. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Praise AHAYAH. It's a great information. Hold on, guys. Well, we missed you, Luanda. Yeah, I just,
I'll be on a few weeks, and then after that, I'll be over there.
Yes, praise AHAYAH. And I hope Sister Chandel is on her way too, so we can have our 5Y Virgin Committee in full effect. Praise AHAYAH, so we can start doing what this needs to do.
I call it the powwow sisters.
Praise AHAYAH. Yeah, we need it because we got to start putting this together. And praise AHAYAH, I want to give an announcement that, y'all know that Brother Kenneth, he has his job, he has employment with a travel agency here. And it's not my agency, not yet. I'm not up and running yet. Well, I'm employing people yet, but I'm working on it, guys. But he has gotten a job, and I'm so proud of that brother, working and, putting things together. But also one of the sisters here, Sister Priscilla, who was in the last video I put up on Itojatravel Entertainment, she has gotten a job as well. So praise AHAYAH for the children of Israel coming out of Babylon, finding work. And I have to say, like most of the Israelites are working here. A lot of them are working in schools as teachers, in call centers, or in, like now travel agencies as well. And I'm trying to hook up so that we could be directly in charge of making employment for our brothers and sisters who are coming out. So we give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya. The children of Israel are making their way out. They're finding work that help them to sustain as they start to prepare for what's coming. So we got to praise AHAYAH for that. Okay, so hold on. We're going to see where this is hold on.
Or am I awareness?
Let me move it up some because I don't know. Let me see what
And
else.
they all thought it was other that type of meat because they didn't believe that this dude can serve them human flesh. It's been proven in some of the, that's why I fell back big time on hamburger meat. You know what I'm saying? A few people done sent, packs of meat to the lab. It's coming back with some form of human DNA connected to it. A lot of the food is contaminated. Why is that? Why is 75% of our food in America has a bunch of stuff in it, but in the UK, only 10% of their food is contaminated? How come a third world country doesn't have fluoride or chlorine added to their water? Why?
Wait, I'm gonna stop it now, and that's what I say, because a lot of people are quick to say, "Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, Babylon is everywhere. Oh, this happened." No, brothers and sisters, it's only in America. You understand? Some of these nations are participating on some small levels, but it's not like Babylon. The food is so fresh here. And I used to not eat red meat. And for 20 years, I did not eat red meat while I was in Babylon. Something in my spirit told me to just stop. Praise the Higher. And then when I came out and I was in Egypt, I just like, oh, that beef looks so good. They had the beef and the lamb hanging up. And I said, I got to eat something. And I've been eating meat ever since because it was the Holy Spirit that stopped me. Thank the Most High. Because I wouldn't be eating human flesh. But it's not the same thing as in America, brothers. You see the meat hanging up out at the thing. It's not processed, already packaged for you and all that stuff. You very rarely see that. So I just go ahead.
America has tried to send food and stuff to other countries, and they said no because that's what America's doing, putting stuff in food.
They refuse American food. And even me, brother, sister, they do have a lot of American products here. I don't even buy anything like Nestle stuff. I try to stay away from, anything ragu, anything that's American that I know bought, I stay away from. So you don't have to buy American packaged food here either. Food is very fresh and it's very clean. They have a lot of junk food. They like sweets. But outside of that, the food is clean.
Yes.
So I just want to add that in. You want to add anything, sis, before I turn it back on?
Yes, I've been to Jordan 3 times, and I can confess to that. The food is much fresher, and the water is clearer. So, yeah.
Praise the Higher. So he's talking the truth. Hold on.
Is that? But why in the U.S. we have that? And San Diego was the only city that fought for 60 years. I ended up watching a documentary called Our Water. All right. And it was about them adding the fluoride and chlorine or chloride to our water, which is making us brittle and all of that stuff. Like, I even have this, listen, we can't even get through our own family members at times. Not to throw my kid's mother under the bus, but I've been telling her for years, like, there is no benefits from fluoride until the CDC just admitted to it like months ago. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Bro, I do environmental work. And I was told that fluoride comes from mining and fracking. So how good is it? You know what I mean? When I grew up in the 80s, there wasn't no fluoride added. Like even
it's considered to be a carcinogenic. When they do lab tests on it, it's coming back as laundry detergent. Bro, so come on. Everything can't be a conspiracy. Everyone thinks. And then when you ask the person, well, do you know where that word where did it come from? Did you know the CIA created that word when JFK? He did? Or where you get that information? YouTube? So that's why I said I'm not in the business of trying to convince people. I get around the like-minded people. Somebody like Talib, I could sit at any table with him. If he drinks coffee, we could sip coffee and have these conversations all day. If we smoke blunt, MREC, you too. There's a bunch of like-minded people. These are the people that, when stuff hit the fan, because like you said, Talib, I've been studying that for the last 10 years. They've been saying a pandemic happened, right? That happened. There's another one that's about to happen. There's something coming. There's something brewing. Why did New York build those things in the subways, the floodgates or doors they built?
Why? Because it's been predicted and it's in the good book that there's supposed to be a major flood in a U.S. city. They said in a few more years, Florida is going to be underwater. Like, people hear these information, and don't get me wrong, I'll be the first to put my right hand in the sky. In the 90s, when I was going in and out of prison, I had a gentleman tell me there's going to be a TV with no back. He never said flat screen. He said a TV with no back. I looked at this man. I was ignorant at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him like, bro, where you getting this information from? Who you tied into? Where's this stuff coming from? I thought he was crazy. And when flat screens came, I'm like, oh, wow, I was told this. Brother, I used to read, real quick, I'm going to end it with this. Dr. Malachi Z. York. We should know what he's locked up in the feds for. But he came out with a book called Right Knowledge. He mentioned the planet Numeral in 1994 in that book. So who was I to read that book and be like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. He's crazy. And then the government comes out and says, oh, guess what, guys? We just discovered a new planet. Bro, listen, people need...
Okay, I mean, so they go a bit far, but, we don't agree with everything that they are saying. But to eat the meat, spit out the bone.
Wake up. And if people believe, listen, I lived in Florida, that's second home. I want everybody to know there is nothing going out there to space that they want you to believe. It's all lies. Von Braun, even on his tombstone, quotes something from the good book to let you know that we live in the firmament, which is also called a dome. So nothing's going out there. But if you want to believe that, well, it's like, listen, this is another thing. Knowing and believing is two different things. When you say you believe something, you're in doubt. You don't want to believe anything because people believe in lies, cults, and negative things. You want to know, and it's facts. So if the government is telling me that they doing this, who am I, and it's documented on paper, why are we like disregarding it? Like I said, man, we can't save everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that is like-minded and on the same high frequency, like, listen, my street and 2 blocks away, we all doomsday preppers. So if stuff hits the fan, we all protecting each other for at least 4 blocks. We got canned goods, we got pills, we got everything. God forbid if something happens. We got walkie-talkies that they put in special type of thing. Man, listen, I could go on and on, but I'm not trying to expose stuff. People need to wake up and pay attention to what's going on. Don't take what you see on TV and think that this is gospel and that's exactly what it is, because they only want you to know what they want you to know. So think about that. And they always said, if you want to put information in, and you don't want people to find out or melanated people to find out, put it in a book, because we don't read. So I'm going to end it off like that. Salute to y'all brothers. Keep cooking up. I'm going to go back and listen to the show. Peace and blessings to both of y'all, and salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to the Rec Mob.
Peace and blessings, Maybach Mel. Appreciate
that was powerful. That was powerful.
Where they go with this?
Well, that was powerful. I just want to say that was powerful.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Shouts to Maybach Mel.
Wow. One thing I'll say is this: that's sort of a falsehood, though. If you want to keep something from black people, put it in a book. That's not true. If you want to hide something, you hide it in plain sight. So if you want to keep something from black people, you put it in a movie.
Oh, hold on 1 second, good brother. We got another call. Peace.
Peace. It's King Tone.
King Tone, hold on, my brother. Take me off speaker, my brother, if you can.
Got you. All right, that's better?
Yes, sir.
All right. Y'all want to jump on what Son was just speaking about. I wanted to say that he's right. That's why there's a difference between faith and belief. Disney is called the land of make-believe.
Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, so I'll put this link for you guys, if you don't know the site, y'all can listen to it, but because they start going real far with it. A lot of these people, like he was bringing up the Dr. York, some of these people be Nuwabics, they believe in all kind of stuff, crap. So, and I definitely, don't hear. I just really wanted to bring this out because these are the people who aren't awake, who don't know really the truth of, and meaning who we are, and Christ is returning and where to be and where to go. They don't know all these things. And actually, they refuse to believe in, but he did say the good book, so he know about the Bible. So praise AHAYAH for that. But he had enough sense to know to store up some food, but just not knowing that you need to get out of Babylon altogether. You need to get off of American soil. You need to get off that whole continent.
That's right.
That whole we need to be off it because it's going to be destroyed.
That's
And there's
right.
nothing no one or anyone will be able to do for you there. Hold on.
That's right.
You understand? And so that's the main issue that hold on, sis. Hold on. That's the main issue that a lot of these people are just not taking in consideration. I don't know what it is that people just don't want to believe that the Most High's word is true and that He's going to destroy that place.
I'm sitting in one chair. Nothing is in my apartment. So I'm out of here real quick.
Yes.
So anyway, yes, you're right, sister, what you're saying. Everything is in your face. Why can't you see? You're not going to be able to move or buy food or do anything without this digital system. So you're going to have to be in that particular place in the wilderness to get together, to hang together, to work together without being under that mark of the beast system.
Yes. And we know eventually it's going to get to the point where Christ is going to have to come and save us. But you need to be in the right location for that to happen. Right. It's not for every place and for everybody. If you don't know that, where you need to be, let me tell you right now, Jordan is the safe place. Jordan. And let me explain. It's not just to come to save your life and save your soul of your children. You must come to worship Him, to get to know Him, to get under the law, statutes, and commandments that He put in that good book. Okay? So you must learn and study so you'll know what needs to be done. So, so by no means do I want to promote just people just coming and running out and just to save themselves, and then they come here and they start acting like complete fools.
Right.
You understand? Because I've dealt with a lot of Israelites coming out of here that's out of order, that has no, idea about the living power of AHAYAH and what he stands for. He's not playing. He's not playing with Israel. So please come, on your best behavior, and please come prepared to get yourself together, clean yourself up. You understand? So that you could be some good to the Most High in His word. There's a lot of sisters, women, and children. We need the men of the Most High to step up and stand up. But a lot of them are refusing. They're sitting in Babylon, afraid, holding their loins like women in travail, like the Bible speaks about. And this is a serious situation that's going on with these men making excuses. And even if we know that there is a takedown, y'all know what I'm talking about. There is a takedown. You haven't been taken down. So there's no reason why you can't get up and get out. Are you your brother's keeper? You're supposed to be willing to stand up in your brother's stead. But a lot of these brothers, they just,
That's right.
They don't want to make a move, But I didn't want to, come and get on the men. But, but everything begins and starts with our King, Yashaya Christ, and then under Him is the men. So they're going to have to be held responsible and accountable, for being leaders and get up out of there and prepare, for the situation. Okay, so I covered everything like I really wanted to talk about. And let me just reiterate, I spoke about the crypto billionaires being knocked off, just like with those doctors. And I'm glad the brother brought it up in this, he brought it up too. But just like those doctors were being knocked off years before the jab situation, now we got these, billionaires coming up unalive. I'll say it like that. Haiti, I just wanted to bring that out about Haiti, and the other 12 tribes are under attack as well. Not only Judah, but our men have to realize that they must stand up and get up out of Babylon. They have to do it.
They've already got their people in place in the medical professions, in the political setups. They're already in place. All they have to do is get ready for this digital thing. The banks are ready for it. All it has to do is to be put out. And that's going to be put out very fast, coming very fast, just like the COVID thing came fast. Fast. You're not going to have time to be, oh, we need to get out. Oh, pack your bags. No. It'll be too late then. It'll be
Yeah. And listen, they said it's going to be a hard winter. They've been talking about this rough winter. Y'all, we didn't even, according to our Hebrew calendar, we just got into winter.
Yeah.
You know, we just got into winter, guys. But their winter doesn't start until the end of this month. So we haven't even begun with the whole winter thing. And you see the shelves, there ain't no food on them shelves. Okay, let me just put that picture up there just to remind while we talking, sis.
Eve.
I'm gonna turn
that's dealing with
it off because we don't need to hear no more because y'all get the gist. But you just want you to have that picture of no food on them shelves so that y'all can really see that this is not a game. They are not playing. Esau is not playing. Okay, the Most High is not playing. Every word in that book is coming to life. And next he said, when they put you out your homes, then you will know. He said he will know who is his.
Yep.
And it's coming. So I just wanted to reiterate these things. The war in Russia, people try to act like, oh, it's propaganda. No, it ain't propaganda because we know that the scriptures tell us that they will bend the arrow and bend the bow and hit Babylon. So this is lining up right with the Bible prophecy, y'all. It's going to happen. And it's better to be prepared and out of the way than have to be scrambling around trying to figure out how you're going to survive and what you're going to do.
They're having to kill off their people now, like the billionaires and the scientists and things, because those people are up at the top and they see the sinister, the evil behind it. So they're having to kill off their own people to keep their agenda going because they're afraid those people are going to go AWOL and expose a lot of things.
Start blowing the whistle.
Yes.
The whistleblowers.
Yes.
And so we know it's a problem because Putin has now started saying, do not buy with the American dollar anymore, to buy in his currency. That's a problem, y'all. America is already involved. Actually, they have given high level machinery to Ukraine. You know, they've been shipping stuff over there. And we also know that it's for propaganda as well with because Christ is coming, so they're trying to arm all these countries. But brothers and sisters, it has to happen. This war has got to happen in order for the children of Israel to be free. First of all, it has to happen. So you know, it showed that they got this high, the YARS, the YARS nuclear capability now. This is the highest level. Okay. So once that stuff starts to trigger, and I think Putin said if America arms Ukraine, which they have, and put some kind of weaponry that they're going to shoot it down. That's what the new threat is, right?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that too.
So these are the kind of things, you know, and a lot of it be threat. And I know it's been going on for a while, but brothers, it's just the Most High giving us time to get out of harm's way and get where we need to be.
Right.
Because his prophecies are not slack. He's just trying to, his mercy endurance, you know, he's just giving Israel time. You don't want to be like you was 2 years ago, stuck in Babylon when they had that shutdown. You don't want that to be you this time.
Yes, it's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling because I was wanting to get out just before it happened. The came out for 2 years, and I said, "Wow, now I'm stuck." It's a terrible feeling to know you're stuck, and you see the signs, but yet you don't take heed to the signs. You see.
Yes, brothers and sisters. So it's better to be safe than sorry than feeling like, oh, you're moving too fast, or oh, you got time. Because this is what a lot of people be saying to themselves, like, oh, we got time. And then when you stuck into a situation, now you crying out to the Most High, and all He's gonna say is, He told you.
That's right.
He's gonna say, He told you. Just like in the days of Noah when he shut the boat. And then people trying to run and break the boat down and all this foolishness carrying on. When the Most High had Noah prophesying for 125 years. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine walking by and somebody prophesying that long and you not listening one day and taking heed? Unbelievable, y'all. And I also mentioned that man, Twitch, the dancer from the Ellen DeGeneres show that recently passed away. They saying that it's an alleged suicide, y'all. And I wanted to show y'all that video, so that's what I do. Hold on. I wanted to show you his last video, what he was talking about. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay.
I just wanted to say something real quick, man. I posted something yesterday about the Jacob Blake incident that happened. You know, seen the video, you know, read things all about it, and just I posted it to raise awareness and also just to share an outrage, man. This is happening too much. And even my caption said, is this routine becoming familiar? The routine of posting about unarmed black folks being brutalized, and then following up with the hashtag justice for fill in the blank. And then in the comment section, everybody goes, well, what about, Twitch, don't post that. Don't divide us like that. Don't push that narrative, Twitch. Like, yo, like I don't have to push the narrative. The narrative's already happening. And also for everybody that answered the post asking me about, well, what about the 5-year-old that was killed by this person? Yo, what happened to Cannon, that was awful. That was tragedy. That was tragedy. And justice is being carried out on the person that did that. If I'm not mistaken, the person that committed that atrocity is arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
Throwing up hand signs.
He's still yelling about justice for Breonna Taylor.
Now, see, he's throwing up hand signs, but that ain't even helping. You know? That couldn't even save him. Hold on.
Ahmaud Arbery. George Floyd. Elijah McClain. Shit, Sandra Bland. Trayvon Martin. Tamir Rice. Yo, I'm just, Philando Castile. And countless others that are literally happening, it seems like, every other week. But y'all want to get in the comment section and be like, oh, well, what about this? Like, why is it like when we're raising awareness on something that's happening against human rights, rather than just, if you're gonna leave a comment saying, you know, yo, that is messed up, man, that's messed up, you gotta go, yeah, but what about, almost like you trivializing it, like it almost has this slight undertone, like you're a little tired of hearing this narrative. Oh, imagine that you're tired of hearing that narrative. Imagine that. What's going on, everybody? What's happening?
Now, he doesn't sound like somebody that's thinking about committing suicide to me. I mean, you know, I don't know why, you know, they just...
Sister.
Huh?
I want to make a comment. I'm an empath, and I'm picking up that he has all black on. He had a black hat, black everything. He's making a statement that he is suicidal right there. But he's not talking. He's like he's in between, like he's trying to give his people a message. And so he's like straddling the fence. He can't get out, but he's giving a message out to his people. That's all I'm picking up from that.
Okay, well, let's see how you feel about this one, because you know, it looked like he got a little darker, you know, with this video. So we're gonna see. Hold on.
Kind of trickle in right now. How's everybody doing? All things considering, obviously. Sorry, my this is not straight at all, but we'll have to deal with that. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? You know, obviously, during this incredibly challenging time, like I think information and conversation is currency, man. So what I'd like to do is bring in somebody that's been heavy in the activist space, in the space of activism, also an incredible dancer, incredible dude, to just have some open dialogue on ways that we can help, things that are going on. So I've got Jade, if you're in here, bro, please send me a request, because I can't see your thing. It's my dude Jade Zuberry is his name. He'll be coming in. I'll just give a couple minutes. I'll vamp for a second. But y'all, this is listen. I don't have the perfect words to say about this at all. You know, I feel like we've been speaking for a while, trying to find the perfect words to say to, you know, prove that our lives mean something. But you know, I do see that there's like a huge support from allies of various colors and backgrounds and things like that. So yeah. And then also too, I wanted to address that too. Somebody just wrote, you know, there are not the right words. You just speak from the heart, and you're right. But you know, when doing that, I think sometimes on social media, you know, people get really offended if you don't say the right thing, and obviously because everybody's, you know, really tense and sensitive. But I think we just sometimes got to be a little more patient with each other. There's Jade right here. Here we go.
You are most welcome to my YouTube channel. Make it a point to subscribe to Molinde Henry if at all this is your first time here. So, another breaking and recent news coming in. Stefan Trich Boss, the femme DJ on Ellen DeGeneres talk show, is dead, and TMZ has learned it appears to occur something that was known like love and light was everything to him. He was the backbone of our family, the best husband and the father, and an inspiration impact will continue to be felt.
So what you think, sis? You think that he was suicidal?
I think that he was confused and he was searching, and he's trying to send a message out to the people that something is not right.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed he's wearing the black hat and the black suit. Now, I do know that Hebrew men are supposed to wear black when they're mourning. So he's saying that he's in a mourning situation, and so yeah, that's what I pick up. That he's like, I don't know what's going on. That's
right.
the that I'm getting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Something's happening here. You can just see it. You can feel it.
Yeah, well, what I get from him is that he was probably waking up.
Yes.
You understand? He was waking up, and a lot of times that this is what they have seemed to be doing in the past. A lot of times in this world, the matrix that they are in, they tell them who they have to marry. You know what I'm saying? They put them with these people. So that they will know when he's waking up. The person is monitoring him, talking about his movement. So he's going through this change because now he's waking up to the truth.
Yeah.
Understanding who we are. And that's why he's making this video about Brianna and, all these people that got killed, black people who got killed. He's starting to wake up. And now the wife sees a change, people are noticing, and they take him out.
Yeah. Soon as they see them waking up, soon as they see them reaching out, searching and waking up, that's when they stop them. Now, did he ever mention Brianna?
Yeah, he mentioned Brianna.
She's a high priestess in that world. She's like a high priestess in that world, in their world.
Oh yeah, that lady that got killed.
No, I'm talking about the singer Brianna.
Oh no, not Rihanna. The girl, the lady Brianna that got killed by the police officer.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, he spoke about people that got killed on the hands of injustice and stuff like that. So it was clearly like he's waking up. He's starting to, and now you gotta understand.
He's starting to wake up. And let me say this: Brianna and those are people that were killed. They were just sacrifices. The police, is under Illuminati and all that, so they were just sacrifices. Yeah, so he's waking up.
Yeah,
he's waking up, and so
they caught him right, because you got to remember he was the DJ for Ellen DeGeneres show. That's a high level show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if he speaks out like that, that's just like a Kanye.
Yeah, right.
You know what? So they didn't want another one of that. They didn't need another. They didn't need another one.
Right.
So they stopped him in his tracks. You know?
Yeah, because of what he represents, it would be exposing a lot if he completely woke up. Yeah.
And we'll probably see a lot more of our people. They seem like they'll nip them right in the bud.
Yeah.
They didn't do it with Kanye. We don't know why, or Kyrie, but we'll see.
I don't know. I think Kanye has some kind of spiritual protection around him. I feel
something.
Yes.
Because they haven't, done it, but it takes time. Look at how Prince. It took a while with Prince, but you got to understand they waited till he gave over those that publishing. Remember when he had the rights to his publishing, they didn't touch him.
Yes, right. I see what you're saying. So they may just let it go out and then try to deal with Kanye later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because listen, if he's dealing with his money will be going to certain people. That's the same thing with Whitney Houston. Remember, they got rid of that daughter right after.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's something else.
Oh yeah, these cars are everything. You know, money is the value. They play the card, and money is the center of the whole thing. So they may be waiting for Kanye to, you know, play out his money and this and that, and then try to get him after.
Now I'm wondering if he's gonna run with Donald Trump. Do you think that? I mean, they made this big publicity thing when he met with Donald Trump, like he asked Donald Trump to be his running mate. But I think it's gonna probably turn the other way around.
Well, they got after Donald Trump for even contacting rubbing shoulders with Kanye. So I don't know how that's going to play out. Maybe the whole thing is to make Trump look good where he can be reelected again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing is going to pan out. But it's sure enough, it's amazing. You know, every day we're watching this thing unfold and unravel.
Yeah.
But we're really running out of time. You know, we really need to get.
Oh, it's really running out of time. It's just ticking day by day now.
Yeah. We just got to be prepared. You know, we got to have all our I's dotted and our T's crossed. You know, we can't be waiting around. You know, wait and see if this is going to happen. Wait and see if this is going to happen. It's happening right before our eyes.
The main thing is you have to get out of harm's way because you're looking ahead very soon with the digital system. And once it comes, it's going to be locked in and you can't be able to move or do anything then. That's the thing right there.
Yes. Yeah, especially when you on the other side of the world trying to get to this side. That's a problem. And listen, and like I had brought up before, guys, y'all see that the calendar is about to start lining up, and I wanted to show y'all that too, just to reiterate. We got by next year, this thing is starting to line up. And it starts in 2024, so we got one more year. Now, I remember I did a video, and I was showing the clock, that clock. I wish I could find that video. Let me see if I can find it. So hold on a second, because I was showing the clock counting down for something, guys, and we didn't know why. And it was about 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look for that video because I was pretty clear on that video. It was a marker.
Yeah, right. I remember. Yeah.
And I was trying to tell everybody that so I'm gonna look on the date on that video. Let me find it first. I'll look in the date and compare it to hold on. I don't even know what it was called. But I do remember maybe it had the start. It might have been a long time ago. Here you go. Nope. It was 2 years ago, guys. Hold on. I found it. It's just a short little video. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put it up on my screen. Give me a second.
I'm certain.
Yeah, so that would be like, because I don't know if I was saying it was like 7 years. I don't remember what I was saying, but I think it was like.
I remember you talking about I don't remember the 7 years.
Yeah, no, and the title was Last 7 Year Countdown. Now check this out. Praise AHAYAH. Okay, here we go, guys. Listen, so that's here is GOCC last 7 year countdown. Daniel 12, 11, and 12. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Shalom, Israel. This is Sakana.
And first and foremost, I have to give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Yashaya, Qadash, Rawach. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a really quick video. I just want to like boil my 2 cents about that clock in Times Square. Praise AHAYAH. So I went. Hold on, let me put on my glasses, guys. I can't see. Okay, so I wanted to show you this clock situation. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the clock is okay. So there's a clock in Times Square that has 7 years, 101 days, and 12 hours, 21 minutes, 59 seconds. Okay, so nobody really knows what the clock is, but what I did was I went and started counting down to our next Passover and our next holy days, and lo and behold, oh my goodness, brothers and sisters, it's to the date of the first day of the year. And you know how they like to do everything by our holy days, by our Sabbaths. So everything is in tune with our Sabbaths, brothers and sisters. They are not playing. So I pray, I just wanted to do a quick one to show you guys. They are not playing with us, and I pray that you're making your way. I know they're starting these shutdowns again. So I'm hoping and praying that you all are taking note, because we are too. So I did a little little times table thing. And I did it a couple of days ago, but I just hadn't had time to like talk about it. So I'm just doing it really quickly. 7 years, 102 days, 12 hours. And I did on December, January, and February. Added that up in 90 days. And then another 12 days comes straight to March 6th, our Shabbat. And at Saturday at sundown, which is Sunday, March 7th, is our first day of the year. We know the Sabbath is the last day of the year. And so Saturday is the first day of the year. So that clock, that 7 years, 102 days, that 102 days brings us right to our first day of the year, guys. So I pray, and then we supposed to do 7 years. When you go into Daniel's 12 and 11, it says, and from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. And that's about 3.5 years. About 3.5 years going by the 364-day calendar. And then Daniel 12 and 12, it says, blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. And that is a little over 3.5 years. So Daniel 12 calculation is a little less than 3.5 years, and 12 and 12 is a little more than 3.5 years. So it kind of adds up to the whole 7 years, guys. Now we have to really go into the teaching on that Daniel's in 7 years, because I know there's a teaching about 1,000 years, 2,000, and it's the consummation of times. I understand that whole thing, but it just so happens that this 102 days really goes down to our new year. This countdown here that we see is counting down to our new year. And it's also, if you are paying attention, now this is even more amazing, because I do my calendar like years in advance. Okay. I do years in advance. And so this year and next year, we're kind of like lining up. The calendars are lining up even to the Gregorian calendar, which is it's like we're coming to a even kill. Like we're starting the clock at 0 again. It's amazing. And so I think it's this year. I have to look at it again, guys. This year is kind of, the clock evens out. And it's like we're starting all over. So this whole 7-year count that's coming up And then the last 3.5 years is supposed to be like when we are waiting for Yashaya to show up and all this stuff, and it's Jacob's trouble. I mean, all that stuff is kind of coming together. So I just wanted to do a quick video to put it in your mind, guys, that it is time. And I pray that you're getting out of Babylon. I pray you're not sitting there waiting and thinking that you can sit in America. Everything that we know is all about us making it to the wilderness. The time is now, and especially while they're fighting, while this situation with Joe Biden and Joe, I'm sorry, I'm a little, okay, Joe Biden and Trump, while they're clashing, and this thing is only going to heat up if Trump continues to push, and if there's a big fight, they're distracted right now. This is the time to make your way out. And I know that things are closing down and shutting down, but you guys better figure out a way, because it's time to get out. Okay, so I just wanted to get through a quick video about that clock, and it happens to correlate with the first day of the year coming, and then 14. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that, but I wanted to just put in mind that that was 2 years ago that I did this video. 2 years ago. It was after COVID, or almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago was 2020. Right? Hold on. So this was after COVID, right? It was 2 years ago, but it was after COVID. So now let me just show you now. So I'm gonna show you the when, because I was doing the calendar in advance, and I still do it in advance. So here I'm gonna show you the calendar. Hold on. I don't know which one it is. Slides. Oh, your computer. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to share. Well, I can share my screen. Hold on. Okay. Is it here? I didn't do it yet. Okay, hold on, guys. I didn't put it in there yet. Hold on. I'm just looking. Here it goes. No, that's not it. 24. Oh, here it goes. Okay, this is it, guys. Now, let me see if I make this bigger. Let me know how you can see this is.
Okay.
It's big enough?
Go in a little more. Go back in a little more. Go in a little more.
Wait, in?
Yeah, that's good. That's good right there.
Okay, hold on. Because I can't see it. Is that good?
A little more. You need to enhance it a little more.
A little bigger?
Yeah, a little bigger. That's good. That's good right there. Right there.
Okay, so let me show you guys. Now, this is 2024 in February. This is when it starts to line up. In 2024, so that would make it like 3 years, because I did that video 2 years. So we're talking about a 7-year span, and the last 3.5 is when we're supposed to be in the wilderness, according to Elder Ricard giving information of the 7 years. Now I know he gave a projection of 2033. Which was like 11 years. But given the fact that it's in the scripture says Christ will cut the time short. You know, he's giving you 11 years, but we know that Christ will cut the time short. So we're looking at, from the time I made that video, which was 2 years ago, we have another year that will pass, because I'm looking at 2024. So all 2023, that'll make it 3 years in February 2024, right? This is when the calendar starts to line up. Now, the scriptures tell us that these days, the evening and the morning, are for signs and seasons for us. So we should look at. Can y'all see the scriptures now, sister?
Yes.
Okay, good. So here it says, hold on. I think it's 1:14. It says, okay, Genesis 1:14, it said, AHAYAH said, let there be lights in the firmament for the heavens to divide the day and from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. So the dividing of the days, the nights and the evening, the calendar itself is a sign for us, and it should be looked at as a sign. And I just wanted to bring out that scripture so you guys can see it. So let me try and go back here. Okay, are we back? Yeah, we're back at the calendar. So y'all see what we're talking about? So the calendar should be for signs and for season. His days, his nights, signs and for seasons for us. So I don't know what made me do this calendar 7 years in advance. Praise AHAYAH that I did it. But then it was only then was I able to see that these days were lining up like this ahead of time. Had I kept doing it year to year, I wouldn't have known, it would have been, I wouldn't have noticed until February. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I did it so many years in advance, I was able to see that these days start to line up. And it just struck my spirit. And then when you read the scriptures, that his days are for sign and for season for us. You understand? So I pray, brothers and sisters, that you take this as a sign that, come 2024, right before our new year coming in March, that Passover, that hits a 3 and couple of months mark, right? A 3-year mark, guys. And we, of the 7 that Daniel prophesied. Now, I'm not saying I'm exactly right, because nobody knows the time or the hour, but the Most High gave us the calendar, the days and the nights, as sign and for seasons for us. So we should be able to recognize that something's, a little, it should strike us in the spirit. And this struck me in mine. I don't know if it does it for you, but it continues to line up for the next couple of years, guys. The calendar start, some days it goes off, some months, and then it comes right back. So it's like a sign that repeatedly happens for us to pay attention. So if you're doing your calendar, brothers and sisters, you should see this same sign as well, that everybody should be doing their own calendars as well. Everybody.
When he says his days, he's really talking about his days according to the calendar.
Right.
And I think you're right on. And I have been picking up something about 2024 is going to be a big year of something,
And so that's why I was saying, like when Elder Ricard gives the information on the calendar, he says the last 3.5 years is really when you're going to get really hard. Right. That we should have been coming out. We should have been preparing in these times. This time is for us to start preparing for what that 3.5 years. Now you see, there's no food. They're talking about they're killing off the chickens. Now that's in America, but eventually it's going to trickle down here. But we will be ahead of it.
Yeah.
We have been ahead of it because we had this time to come out and prepare, get things in order so that we will know what to do, how to do it, and so forth. Praise AHAYAH B'Shem Yashaya. He's not going to just leave us out there with nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's warning his people, and he's telling us to get ready, get out, and get prepared.
And if you read the scripture where it talks about the woman in the wilderness with the 12 stars over her head, that's talking about the 12 tribes that are gathering into that wilderness.
Yes.
That's what it means.
Yes. Yes. It's all he's the Most High has given us so much information. We just got to find it in the scriptures and, make it, bring it to life as what we're supposed to do. He's preparing us. He's told us, praise AHAYAH by Hashem Yashaya. So I just want to bring that out, guys, with this calendar, how it lines up. And it does it repeatedly. Now, guys, I've been doing my own calendar for 14 years, maybe 13 years. When I first came out, like a couple of months after I came out, the Most High put it on my spirit to make a calendar. I've been doing the calendar ever since. And this is the first time that I'm noticing that this thing is lined up. And I went back to check. It never lined up like this, guys.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a sign.
Yeah, it is.
Praise the higher about Yashaya. So
then Elder Ricard picked up on it too. Finally.
Yeah.
He realized.
Yeah, because he's saying this. He said, this is I heard another video where he brought up like the 11 years and using 33, which is a Masonic number. But he did say this time, well, Christ is going to shorten it. Yeah. So that cuts that down right there. So if he's saying 11 and Christ is going to shorten it, then that brings it right about what I'm talking about. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? About these 7 years and then in the next 3.5. I made that video 2 years ago. So 2024, that will be 3 and some change. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So praise AHAYAH. He's letting us know, for us to get to where we have to be and get prepared. And it hasn't been easy. So please, I pray, brothers and sisters, don't take we got more time. Please, I've been here for a long time. It took a while for me to get settled and get to a place where I can get some of the things that I needed. It takes time. You just don't run out and, everything starts to fall in your lap. It just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, that's right. The dark side is doing everything patiently. They're doing everything patiently. Make sure they're making sure that everything is done right. So they have much patience. So we've got to have patience doing it our way, God's way, highest way.
Yes. And doing it right, and doing it in order,
In order.
And then the bad thing about it is that we are so out of order as a people because we're just waking up. We don't got ourselves together. We're still coming off the curses. We're still dealing with the curses. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. And that's why he's called it Jacob's trouble, because we still scrambling around like our head cut off. Our people are traveling in circles in the wilderness in Babylon still. They in the wilderness in Babylon trying to figure out how to come out.
Right.
So that's a problem right there. That's a problem that our people are still in the wilderness of Babylon. Don't even know to make their way out. So then you come out here, you need a couple of months just to get yourself together, a year or two, and we don't have the time. You don't have a year or two to still get yourself together. You got to come here, jump right into whatever you got to do, figuring out how to make some money, what you need to buy, You don't really even have time to assess because you wait until the last minute, brothers and sisters. It's knocking at the door. So I urge you to come out of Babylon. I just let you know that brothers and sisters are working. Brother Kenneth got a job, praise AHAYAH, and Sister Priscilla, got her a job, praise AHAYAH, as a teacher. And Kenneth is working in a travel agency, and it's not my travel agencies. It's, another travel agency that I'm familiar with, and it's a very good, prominent travel agency. So also, if you're looking for flights, we try to help people with apartments. And also, we're trying to make it so that we're able to help you attain employment when you get here. So that way, we can keep people working and on their feet so that you can get the things that you need. Okay? I give out information on what you're going to need. I made many videos about it. I can send those videos to you. If you can send me an email at itojatravel at yahoo.com. Let me put that in the description. I'll put it in the comments right now. If you're interested in any kind of information about Jordan, you know, anything, you can email me here. And we're also in the process of helping people get tickets, plane tickets, and things like that as well. Info.
Yes, sister, I have my ticket already. So
Praise the highest. I'm happy. I'm happy she got her ticket. Woohoo! The Five Wise Virgin Committee, we're coming together, elder sisters, trying to help put things together to help our sisters and brothers make their way out. We got also our Kenneth, who, you know, a very nice brother. Praise the higher for this brother. And, you know, a few others who are also, you know, we're talking to making their way out. So that we have a strong committee. Also, Aqua Shandell, making her way out, and Sister Mayana is already here. So we're going to be putting these things together in place, so you know that we can start building and coming together, getting brothers and sisters, you know, prepared. Preparation is important. Just like with our forefather Joseph and how he came out, he went into Egypt and ended up saving our nation. Just by him coming out and being in the right place that the Most High could use him. The Most High summoned him out, actually, right? And was able to use him to save our nation. And the same thing is today. There's nothing new under the sun. The Most High is doing it. He's not going to leave us. He wouldn't just leave us out there with no place to go. Brothers and sisters not telling people where to go, that there's a safe place for us, that we're safe within the borders. Nobody's talking and telling you nothing.
right, He'll help you. He will help you if you just make the effort in your heart and start. He will do He will help you. He wants to see that you are sincere, that you want His help. But you have to put the first step out there, and then it'll be good. He'll help you.
He is merciful, brothers and sisters.
Yes,
He's merciful. He loves Israel. He loves his brothers. All we have to do is, you know, step out on faith and trust him. That's the good news. This is the good news. The Yashaya Christ is coming for his people, for the remnant. This is good news, and we got to share it throughout the four people. Also, let our people know that there is a safe place within his borders.
That's right.
I'll beat y'all in the head for hours and hours. So I'll call it a day for. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please give us a thumbs up, a like, share. Our people need to know this information. Nobody is telling our people where to go. And even when the people get the information, they still discombobulated, still can't figure it out that Jordan is the place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our people is a bunch of confusion, unfortunately.
Yes.
But they still need to get this information.
Yes. You got to stay focused and centered, and then He will show you the way out.
Mm-hmm.
The
Praise.
woman here, her name is Patty Murphy. She says, "Pray that I can get out soon."
Oh yes, I see it. I'm sorry. Praise the higher Patty Murphy. Yes, we're praying for you, sis. Listen, he wants us all to be saved. Just move in faith, sis. Pack your bags and have them at the door.
Yes.
Ready to go. The Most High is going to make everything possible.
Yes.
That's what I did. You know, once I understood, you know, I had a little different scenario. But once I understood, I had to totally trust him. Trust him. Pack your bags, sis. Leave it at the door. Tell him you ready and to make a way. He gonna do it. Just like for Sister Lawanda here.
Yeah.
I'm sure all bags are packed.
Yes. That's why you hadn't heard from me in a while. I was just moving things, doing things, taking care of things, you know.
Mm-hmm. Praise the higher. Getting out. So praise the higher, sis. So is there anything else you want to add? You want to talk to our brothers and sisters?
No, the signs are right in our face, and you can't see it. You gotta feel it. If you can't feel as you feel uncomfortable, first you start feeling uncomfortable, uneasy. You know, nothing is really going wrong in your life here, but you still feel uneasy. Something's not right. I need to do something. That's the things that you start feeling inside.
Yeah, trust that feeling. The Holy Spirit will lead you and guide you. That's the Holy Spirit.
That's the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, she will lead you and guide you. She won't steer you wrong.
That's right.
Praise the Lord. So I thank you, sister, always, for showing up, just peeking in, showing your face. I appreciate it. I know you was getting yourself together, packing up, preparing. So praise the higher. And for all of you, who support the channel, I appreciate you guys for chiming in. Sister Michelle White, I see you. Patty Murphy, thank you. And we're praying for you, sister. Don't worry. Pack your bags. Trust him. Trust him. Sister Michelle White, praise the higher. Bless you for, popping in for your comment. And we'll see you next week. Y'all can drop me any messages or something, if anything y'all want to talk about, what some things that y'all would like to see addressed here on the channel more, so I can get an idea of what you guys like. I know I have a lot of sisters, so I know sisters want to be talking about what's going on, with our brothers and things like that. So, but any information, and I appreciate Sister Chandel. She always chimes in. She's working a lot, but she sends me messages and she lets me know that she's with me, and Sister Wanda. So we're here, and also Sister Mayana. I talked to her a lot, and so she told me to tell everyone. Said Shalom, hello. She's good. Can't wait to see you guys. And praise the higher, y'all. It's coming. It's coming. Yashaya is coming. The birth pains are here. Boom, 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 boom,
They
boom,
know
boom.
he's coming. They know he's coming. They really know.
Yep.
That's why they're getting all their armies together to fight his army.
Yep. Yep. Like I was saying, they United States gave Ukraine some weapons to help fight, but we know what it's really for.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're gonna resolve the situation with Russia, but
they got a special satellite over here in Arizona at the observatory. They're thinking that he's gonna come from some direction. They got their eyes on the clouds. They're like in fear. They're in fear, really.
They see it actually happen, because you know what? When in the 60s, when Martin Luther King, and they thought that was the awakening. They was really scared when Martin Luther King was marching and all the black people was raising up. But they was not prepared for it to be like this. They knew it was coming though, and they tried to prepare for it. But now they see this is the awakening. We are awoken.
Yeah, just think thousands of light ships of angelic beings. And he's in command. Our Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, is in command, and he's coming back. Yes.
Praise AHAYAH. I just can't wait. I mean, I know we're not supposed to be even happy for this time, he said, because we don't know what our position is going to be, But just to get up out of Babylon and oof.
Yes.
I can't be nothing but happy. I'm sorry. Forgive me, AHAYAH.
It's really an exciting time to be alive in this time, to know that we're so close that we're actually going to see our Messiah with the light ships and the angelic beings who are patrolling those ships to come to do battle with the dark side here. It's a beautiful time to see that.
Yes, praise AHAYAH. And you know what I wanted to speak on? I know I spoke about this before, but I wanted to mention it because I saw a video. Someone had pointed it out to me about the purple lights. These lights that they're putting up in America that's going to probably show the fluorescent whether you took the jab or not. Did y'all hear about them purple lights?
Yeah, I know about them. They have them in the city of Phoenix and Tucson now. I got out of Tucson. I said, I'm not going to be under. They have them there now in major cities.
Wow.
I live in the country, but they do. That is just a different monitoring system where they can monitor you who is with the system.
Yes,
Those
yes.
people who are with the system, they will know when you pass that
The
fluorescent light.
light.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. Yeah, somebody had told me about it. I don't even know. It might have been you, sis. Did you tell me about it? Because then
It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me.
someone has sent me a video. Let me see. I meant to play it. I'm not sure.
But I do know about them. They're in major cities. They're over there in Phoenix and Tucson, big cities. And they're to monitor those people who are under their system and who's not under their system. See, the whole thing is, that's why you need to make it to the wilderness, because they're going to have their people who've taken these shots, they're on their side, and the people who are not, who don't want to be a part, they're going to start trying to go after those people who are not under their system, who are not under their system. So yeah, those purple lights, fluorescent lights, are there to monitor.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to play that for you guys. And as we go out, afterwards, I'll put on some music, guys. But this is a short video. I won't play it all the way, but just so that you guys can see. I'm sure you know about it, but I just want to bring it out so people, can understand. It's an onslaught war, and Esau is working nonstop. Y'all do understand that. So it's best to get out of harm's way. Hold on. Okay, so sis, let me say before, I just want to thank you for coming on. Praise the Lord for you, and I'll see you real soon. But if not next week,
I'll see you next Thursday. I'll be coming on next Thursday until I can, when you don't see me coming on, you'll know I'm gone from here.
Okay, praise AHAYAH.
Shalom.
Shalom. Have a blessed one. Sister Michelle and Sister Patty, I think it was. Thank you guys. And all of you watching, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your time sharing with us. I appreciate it. And watch this video, and then I'll play some music out. Shalom. Mwah. Shalom.
Tonight we're going to explore these purple street lights, these black lights. These lights that are popping up all over the place in just about every city and in every state. You may have seen a local news story in your area giving you a simple explanation as to why there are suddenly black lights all over the highways. But in this video, we're going to talk about it. We're going to look into them. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to drive around a bit and show you just how widespread that they are, not just in one little area in just a block. Then we'll go into the light and do some testing to see how certain things react to these black lights. We're going to get a first-hand look at these lights and not just go by what the news stories are telling us. We're going to go out and see these for ourselves. You'll see in this first couple of minutes that it's not just one area. It's not just a purple bulb here and there. You'll see that it's entire stretches of highway, on-ramps. It makes it look as though you're going through a tunnel of black lights. In this video, we're going to talk about the narrative they're providing, and we're going to see if it makes any sense. Is there any logic to the narrative the mainstream is providing? Or is it like many other things where there's a reason they just don't want us to know about? But we're going to get out, we're going to check it out, we're going to talk about it, and you can form your own opinion. So let's turn off the TV and let's go check these things out for ourselves, shall we? What's up, real world? Twisted Love. Thanks for being here. So as you can see, I am here with the purple street lights, the black lights, if you will, that we talked about. So we talked about it last week. If you didn't see that video, so these lights, these street lights are being installed all over the state I found, and then after a little more digging, I found they're being installed in several other states across the country. And with a little more digging, I found they're popping up in other countries. So they're showing up all over the world. And what first got me interested was someone told me about some locally, and I hadn't seen them yet. But a news story popped up and said that they installed all these lights, and it's a defect, right? It's a factory defect in the lights, so they're showing up purple as black lights, and that the manufacturer, the maker of the lights, is working on it. They're aware of the problem. They're working on it, and they're going to get it corrected. So my first thought was, if it's that many lights, how are they installing that many lights and not realizing there's a problem? So there's so many of them. They're here on the overpass of the highway. They're on the highway, and this is just in one spot, in one location in Florida, and they're all over the state and all over other states and all over the world as well. So it baffled me as to how they would, these lights, I'm sure, cost a lot of money per light, right? When I install one LED headlight bulb, because they're expensive, it's a pair of two. Each one, as I install it, I test it before I put it back together. Why do I do that? For one, I don't want to waste my time. My time is not costing me any money, my personal time, but I don't want to waste my time and have to do it again if I hook it all back up and then it doesn't work, or it's not the right shade that I'm looking for on the Kelvin scale, or whatever it is. And they cost me $100, right? So $50 per bulb. Now these, on the other hand, cost much more than $50 per bulb, and the time is money. So it costs a lot of money for the time it takes to install these. So I would have to guess that it's not possible that they install these lights without testing them. And I would think that they test each one, or at least one here and there, at the very least. I think it's probably each one, but at least one here and there, right? Because it would be silly to just go and waste all that money on something that is defective, and now you wasted all the man time installing them, and now you're gonna have to redo it. Not just a few, hundreds, thousands. So I thought that was odd that they wouldn't test them. That was my initial thought. But then I said, when I found out it was in other places within the state, I thought, how is this going on? How is this going on? Nobody communicated that there's an issue with these bulbs, a manufacturer defect. Then I found the exact same thing with the exact same local news stories, pretty much word for word exact same, about the manufacturer defect. They're working on it, and don't worry, it's not going to cost the taxpayers anything. The manufacturer is going to make good on it, and they're going to fix them all. So, but this is going on for months. Months later, still nothing's been done. And this is the alleged story they're giving. So if this is the case, and this is going on every state, right? And they're a defect. States all over the country, countries all over the globe. How is nobody, for one, how is the manufacturer not saying, hey, sorry, we got a problem with these lights. They're actually black lights. They're purple. They're not the white lights that you guys are ordering. And if they're not doing that, because that's going to cost, if they're saying the manufacturer is going to take care of it, he's replacing them all, how many there have been installed that are defective across the globe, I have no idea. Just here, there's so many. In the area right here, there's probably...
So basically, that they're lying and telling the people that they're defected lights, knowing that they're lying. So push come to shove, brothers and sisters, these fluorescent lights, I saw another video that when you, those who have taken the jab, you can see that this fluid shows up as a fluorescent under these lights. So I'm going to try just to make it shorter, because let's see what else he comes up with. Hold on.
before they hook them up. They just come out, throw them up, and that's it. We're going home. Just assume they're white and they're all good, and then just continue to keep doing them. That doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't make sense to most people. So we talked about it, and I want to come out here and show you, right? So that, and a lot of you have commented too, that, yeah, you're seeing them popping up, especially on highways, especially on ramps for some reason, right? And they're also in local areas. I've heard reports are in local areas of, around cities and things like that, not specifically on highways, but they do seem to be predominantly on highways and on ramps. I know of a couple locations just locally in the area where I am right now, where I came for this, where they're on on-ramps. They might not be on a stretch of highway, but they're on the on-ramps.
All right, guys.
I've also noticed.
I'm going to skip to
right
where
now.
he shows the fluorescent lights. Okay.
See what we got. A little bit of black light red. A little bit of black light orange. And I can tell you, I hope the camera is picking this up pretty well, because I can see it just right here. Black light yellow. Black light pink. I can see how reactive these are. Very, very well. Actually, better than I even expected. And I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm a little surprised how reactive they are. Let's do some finger painting. Look at this. Look at that. Look how. So for anybody that's saying, oh, that's not black light, that's just an odd color. These are absolutely glowing in the black light. TL. Let's see, fix that up. T. Absolutely glowing in the black light. These, my friends, are black lights. This is glowing as if it was under just a typical black light. But who would I be if I didn't bring an actual black light poster with me to test it too? As you can see, the black light poster is reacting almost as good as the paint. Actually, I think the paint's reacting a little bit better, but this is reacting to the lights. So these black lights, now you've seen them. If you haven't seen them in person for yourself, we're going to come back and visit these, like I said, with the meter. But what do you think? Why would they want these along highways and on ramps and within cities? Would they go through such a measure to look for things like luminol or the devil thing? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Odd, huh? Ironic, right? What's more believable? That scenario, installing black lights across the entire country and across the entire globe, is it more believable that they would do that? Or is it more believable that not a single worker in this entire country installing these lights has tested a single one, and they're just blindly installing these like crazy and going home? And also that the manufacturer is going to cover the cost completely, which I would imagine would be labor too, because they're saying the taxpayer is not going to have to pay a dime. Don't worry, you're not going to have to pay a dime. So that indicates that, yes, they're going to cover the cost of labor as well as the cost of replacement lights, which clearly is going to bankrupt them. What they hope is people think that this is a local story. They hear that story on the news, believable. Yeah, I saw about 100 of those lights down on the highway, right? Don't communicate with anybody. Silence everybody. This is what they want. They don't want you talking about it. They want to give you a simple little explanation that you're happy with, and you'll go home and be like, yep, that's it, and look no further. But when you start to look out and reach out into the real world here with you and I, and see that the exact same thing is going on everywhere, it becomes less believable. Why? Because it's not believable. Because we're being fed BS, as usual. So, Which story, which scenario do you find more likely? A or B? A or B? These are here for a reason they don't want us to know? Or this is a giant mistake in a country full
Okay, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to share that information. I pray you receive it. I pray you, let me find out, turn this off. Again, so I saw another video, but I couldn't find that one where it was fluorescent for people who have taken, where's this? Hold on, guys. Praise the AHAYAH by Yashaya. Okay, so I just wanted you to, get that information, what's coming. So brothers and sisters, get out and get prepared. Shalom. I give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, AHAYAH, by Yashaya, wa Qadash, Rawach. Hold on, I'll put some music on. Have a blessed one. Let's see. It's gonna rain.
You know what it is. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Come let the 12 tribes gather together. You know that something's about to go down. I can feel it. AHAYAH coming, blowing the trumpet. So gather up round. Yeah. Let's go, y'all. When AHAYAH brings down destruction, that's right. He always lets some Hebrews escape. Wanna be one, y'all. Israel, get yourself together before it's too late. He told Noah to build it up and Joseph prepare for the famine. Yes, he did. He told Lot and Moses, you better put blood on the door. So I'm telling you now, it's gonna rain. Brimstone and fire, y'all. It's gonna rain. It's coming. You ready? It's gonna rain. Brimstone and fire. Come on. Let the 12 tribes gather together. Come on. It's a call where you at. You know that something's about to go down. Let alone. AHAYAH's coming, blowing the trumpet. So gather around. He told Noah to build it up and Joseph prepare for the famine. Yes, he did. He told Lot and Moses, you better put blood on the door. So I'm telling you now, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Get yourself together. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Come on. Check this out. Listen. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. It's gonna rain. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. It's gonna rain. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. Yashaya promise. As in the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. Yashaya promise. Come on. Y'all know what it is. Babylon is finished.
the place. Let's go. You ready? Come on, it's going down. It's gonna get out of Let's go. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Joy is the place. We're gonna praise the for His deliverance. Yeah, yeah. How you bring the fire? Hear me now. Let's go, Yashaya. Let the Holy Spirit lead. That's right. Qadash, Rawach. How you bring the fire? Your will drop the beat. Qadash, Rawach. How you want you holy? Qadash, Rawach. Qadash, 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 Holy Word, that's Qadash, Qadash, Qadash. Just like in the word it says, we are the holy ones. Don't cry, pick up your head. He sent His holy Son, Yashaya and my example. He crushed all of the tester, so you cannot be cancelled. It's very holy in the place. Yeah, that's right. Listen now. How you want you holy. Oh, yes, be holy. Be holy. Come on. Be holy. Praise His word. How you said be holy. Second verse. Be holy for I am holy. Trying through the fiery furnace, blessed turn into fire. Broken but never from gliding, was lost but now you on a home road. So high in mercy, the price Yashaya paid. Holy is His kingdom, the cornerstone was laid. The cornerstone was laid. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. Salute all my brother and my sister out there who keep my commandments. That's right. Keep the 10. Keep the 10. What you talk about? Let's go. 1. Put no other God before me. 2. Don't you dare bow down. 3. Don't say my name in vain. 4. I keep my Sabbath day holy. 5. Honor your papa and your mother. 6. Don't you murder. 7. Don't do adultery. 8. Don't you steal and testify falsely. 10. Don't use your face to cover thy neighbor. That's right. Holy. How you said be holy. How you said be holy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Be holy. Holy, holy, holy. How you want you holy. Don't you wanna say? Don't you wanna say? I am holy. Let's go. Allah wa Allah sa'abad mashallah kwa kasa hayashaba shawam Saka hashabaf la Qadash wa Kabad abaka wa amaka Shashara tazak La'at La'at gana Shashaya Ainu shakwa Sharamaka Shavalava aita
My skin is black. My body is burned. I survived Babylon. I am a daughter of Zion. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a prize. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? 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 You can stop calling me princess, not because I'm wearing a crown, not because of what you see. It's the royalty in me. He's running through my blood. He's running through my blood. 'Cause he is the king of us all. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a prize. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? The royal blood that he shed. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Ultimate sacrifice. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Ooh, gave his life. Took away all my judgments, cast away my enemies, set the path before me. There'll be no sin in thee. The curses of Babylon's gone. My eyes are set upon Zion. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a prize. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Royal blood that he shed. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Ultimate sacrifice. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Gave life, yeah. Now that I changed, what you gonna say? You can't accuse me the same way, huh? It's the difference of night and day. I'ma stand with the righteous and we gonna pray. 144, one kick in the door, done. Who will endure to the end? You're the real one. This is for real, son. No mass appeal, hun. Yashaya coming for the kingdom, yes, the war is won. So examine me higher and reprove me. Try my reins in my heart and you will see. For your love and your kindness before me. I don't sit with evildoers, or will I be? But I will walk in your laws and integrity. And rebuke any sin that you front of me. Why don't you try me, prove me, find me worthy of the kingdom, find me, favor highly, circumcise me. If you chastise me, rebuke me kindly. Daughters of Zion, trying sin, so lick that sheep that's flying. Trying to hide it, started backsliding. Get yourself together, 'cause I'm trying to deny it. You can repent too, that's what you gotta do. Even the apple, but you put the past behind you. Even the apple, but you put the past behind you. Even the apple, but you put the past behind you. Daughters of Zion, like diamonds and pearls, far above rubies and precious jewels. Crown on my head, 'cause we're brought with a prize. We are the daughters of Zion. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Royal blood that he shed. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? Ultimate sacrifice. Don't you know I'm brought with the prize? 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 testimony. AHAYAH woke me up and brought me out of Babylon. He blew his holy breath into these old dry bones. Ooh, I started dancing, I started singing. I praise his holy name. I said, AHAYAH woke me up. AHAYAH turned me around. AHAYAH blew his holy breath and brought me to holy ground. AHAYAH changed my life in his only son. I got to raise my head. Praise AHAYAH. I got to raise my head. Praise AHAYAH. Praise his holy name. Praise AHAYAH. Oh yeah. Praise AHAYAH.
I used to wonder why living life was just so hard. Didn't understand the curses from the start. Then I read the verses, I'm set apart. So many blessings AHAYAH brings, and I will give him everything. Lift your voices up and sing. Give him praise.
He said those suffer to flee. Proclaim his holiness. Lift up our voice towards Zion, Zion. I'll praise you, Abba. I'll give you all the glory. AHAYAH, Bahashem Yashaya. Praise AHAYAH. Ooh, praise your holy name. Praise AHAYAH. I'll give you all the glory. Praise AHAYAH. AHAYAH, yeah. Praise AHAYAH. Yashaya.
Make a joyful noise unto AHAYAH, all ye land. Serve AHAYAH with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know that AHAYAH, he is good. Everything that has breath, praise AHAYAH. Come on, y'all, and magnify his name with me. Throw your hands up and give him praise. He is worthy of all the praise.
Praise AHAYAH.
Oh, come on, y'all, let's praise.
Praise AHAYAH.
Oh, he worthy to be
Praise AHAYAH.
Oh, throw your hands up and praise him.
Praise AHAYAH. I'm coming in and joining in and put my praise up. Watching Israel come together, Judah start to raise up. It's gonna be the biggest, illest party in the wilderness. Everybody bring your tents, it's gonna be real tense. Everybody shout, AHAYAH, come up, put your wine up. 400 years of slavery and now it's time up. Keep within the borders, that's AHAYAH orders. You know AHAYAH called it. It's coming only here that you can trust. AHAYAH. It's gonna be no wickedness. AHAYAH. It's gonna put you to the test. AHAYAH. And I'ma dance like David and be like Miriam in the wilderness with timbrels and shakers. And every breath in my body, I'ma praise him. And like the Shaya on the Thursday, I'ma raise up. We going hard in the desert with no sin. Moving like pilgrims, you know we going in like shit. We're gonna lift our